Hello everybody, what is going on? It's Mr. G Gaming here, and as requested, I am bringing to you another armor guide. This time it's going to be for Titans. Now we are going to be doing the exact same thing we did in the last video with the Hunter armor guide, as in I'm going to gloss over all of the legendary armor sets, except maybe a couple in which I just don't have access to. And I'm going to give you my personal feedback on the armor sets. I have divided them up into resilience, recovery, and mobility sets this time, so I'm a little more organized. And just like last time, we are not going to be going over exotics. These are just legendary armor sets. Now, as requested, I did, in fact, include the armor sets, sorta. I did sorta include the armor sets that you get from legendary engrams, like the retrograde and the Karak sets. So I did do that. I also included the new sets, like from the the Iron Banner. So yeah, let's get started. And we are going to start off with the resilient sets just to get them out of the way, because I know anybody who watches this channel, which is probably like 4 people, but you know, nonetheless, anybody who watches this channel knows that resilience is not a very useful stat. Therefore, we are just going to get these armor sets out of the way. And you know, especially on Titans, when they just, I mean, it at least seems like they can just take more of a hit naturally. So I'm not going to be doing an edit right now because, I mean, I'm right here. I'm right at the first set. We are on Earth with Zevrim K, I believe. Yeah, Devrim K.
What can I do?
And he's going to be offering us the Wildwoods set. And that's going to be the first resilient set you get. So I don't think that this is a half bad looking set at all. Just like on my Hunter. I mean, I don't have it on my Hunter, but both the sets, they both look fantastic. Only problem is that they are both resilience, so, you know, I mean, you guys do what you want. I think the stat's kind of useless, but can't ever hate on the fashion. Alright, and we are coming up on the second resilience armor set. This is going to be the Exodus down set given to you by Failsafe on the planet Nessus. So, say what you will about it. I don't think it looks the best, but the helmet kind of reminds me of an ODST soldier from Halo 3 and, you know, Halo 3 ODST. But not the best looking armor in my opinion, and it's a real resilient set. I see no reason to really farm this set other than if you like the fashion. So that being said, we are going to move on to the next set. Right, and the next set we are covering is given to you by Commander Zavala on the Traveler. And I have gotten hate for saying that this is the Traveler because it's technically called the Tower, but in my defense, the Tower is in the Traveler. And if you don't believe me, here's the destinations, here's the Traveler, and voila, here is the courtyard to the tower. So, not 100% wrong. So, anyways, getting into the armor sets, we have the Shelter in Place armor set. I think this set looks really good, and I would not have a problem with it if it wasn't a resilience set. In fact, I might get it just to have it, just because it's that cool. Or I can just get the armor shader and go for, like, I don't know, the retrograde TG2, which is essentially the same looking armor. Like, so you take this helmet and then this helmet. This is pretty much just a dirty version of that. Plus, this is a restorative set, so you can put points into recovery, and it's got the restorative Titan armor mod. So just a better set. And it's and you can put the same paint job on it, but you won't have that cool V like right in the middle of your chest. But I digress, and we will be moving on to the next armor. So the next armor set we are going to be covering is Ikora's set. Now this is going to be called the Noble Constant Type 2, and this is the pretty and shiny set of the armor that I have on right now. Bada bing, bada boom. See, you actually got like a paint job and no burn on the thigh, and On this one, you actually have thigh and shoulder armor, you know. So it's just way cooler looking. And so this is also going to be a Resilience Titan set. Looks pretty awesome. I guess the only reason for any of these Resilience armors would be for the looks, if you like the looks. For any of them. Unless you really think Resilience is useful. Like, unless you're getting like hit really hard by something, so you're getting really hit hard by a boss, then it would be useful. Again, like as I said in my armors, my hunter armor in-depth video, it depends on how hard you're getting hit at what rate. So if you're getting hit really hard at a decent rate, definitely put on some Resilience, but that just usually does not happen in this game. So, you know, the only reason to farm it is if you like the set or not. With that being said, we are going to get into the next armor set.
Stay strong, Titan.
The next armor set we have is given to you by Lakshmi II, from the leader of the Future War Cult.
Our timelines intersect again.
This is going to be the simulator armor set, and it's pretty horrific looking. In my opinion, it's pretty much Exodus Down set, but it looks like the Lego store threw up on it. So, I mean, if you like it, then you like it. I actually liked it on the Hunter armor, but just something about the Titan armor, something about trying to make bright and colorful look cool, just, I don't know, it just didn't work for me. That's just for me personally, though. So if you like it, then you like it. But I would not be going for this set. I would go for the Pleiades Corrector, though. That's not a bad weapon. Alright, so on to the next set, which I'm not even going to edit out because the next set is literally right below us with Dead Orbit. The just the edgiest of the edgy.
Strength attracts.
Look at these guys. Look at these guys with their haircuts.
Surely that is why you are here.
They both look the same. I just realized that. Look at that. Look at that. They look the same. Alright, that's cool. Alright, on to Arak Jalal from the Dead Orbit. From the Dead Orbit clan. Faction, my bad. I know there's no clans in this game. And this is going to be the anti-extinction armor. Now this armor does look awesome. Actually, it's very similar to the armor set that Zavala gives you. But this one's just not blue and orange. This one is black and black with some white. So yeah, but it does look pretty awesome. I bet you if you put some new Monarchy shaders on this, or just red shaders in general, I bet you could be looking like Iron Man. So that'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, I'd say definitely go for this, just for the looks. I think that'd be worth it. Again, heavy Titan armor, just not worth your effort. But if you want to look edgy, this is worth your effort. So go for what you like. Go for the armor sets you like, but don't let me tell you what to do. But if you are going for stats and you are a stat guy like me, I would not be going for any of these heavy sets. So we are going to be transitioning into mobility armors, and we are going to be starting off with actually one of the armor sets from just the regular legendary engrams, which I can show you, is the Devastation Complex mobile set, which I have a piece of the armor here. But just judging by this armor, obviously it's a mobile Titan set, and you can put, I put a point into restoration, but you can put a point into resilience. So I don't necessarily have a full set of it. I can't get the entire armor look for you, unfortunately. But it is a mobile set, which I did downplay mobility very much in my first videos. After doing the Leviathan raid, I do think mobility is very useful in that raid. I really, really do, and I do apologize for steering you guys in the wrong direction away from mobility, if you did listen to me, of course. So now with my hunter, I keep a set of Swordflight and or Errant Knight with me just for the raid. So I keep a set of mobility for the raid and a set of recovery for literally everything else, but I never have a set of resilience. So again, mobility is very useful in the raid, recovery is useful for everything else. Resilience is good for if you're getting hit really hard kind of fast, which usually never happens. So there we are. Transitioning into the next armor set. And the next set we have is given to you by Sloan on the moon of Titan. And last time I think I called it an ocean planet. I did get hate for that. In my defense, and it wasn't even about specifically it being a planet. It was about it not being an ocean, which it is because it says an ocean moon. But you know, whatever. I'll let it go now that I proved you wrong. Yes, I do hold grudges. Anyways, delving into the armor set, which I think Sloane's armor set, if I could take that off her, that'd be pretty cool. But no, we have to look like a half spaceman and half diver. I really don't know what the design they were going for. The upper half is like NASA, and the bottom half and gauntlets are like just deep sea diving. I'm just not sure what's going on here. I'm just not sure what's going on. Nonetheless, not a horrible looking set if you like space and the ocean combined, but I am not going for this set. Particularly, it's not my first choice for a mobile armor set. Not my first choice. Alright. Here's a Devastation Complex helmet. So I guess we can just pick them out at the very bottom there. That doesn't look bad. That kind of looks... it almost looks kind of creepy. Something like the Fallen would... I'm sorry, not the Fallen. The Thrall would wear if they had armor. So yeah, I guess for these kind of sets, we'll just be looking at these additional reward slots. If you want. Maybe not. Maybe I'll just get lazy. Alright, so going on to the next armor set, we have the Optimist II set given to you by Eververse Trading Company. So let's take a look at that. Here we are, the Titan armor. Now this is a mobility set, and this would be the first set that I go for with mobility. I mean, this is awesome. In my opinion, I think that this is absolutely awesome. It'll take forever to get because you have to get bright engrams, but nonetheless, best looking mobility set by far. I mean, of the 3 sets that we have available to us, but nonetheless, best looking of the 3 by far. And this is where we are going to start the transition into restorative sets. And the first restorative set we have is given to you by Executor Hideo, the dude from New Monarchy.
New Monarchy, welcome.
He is going to give you the Sovereign set. It is a restorative set. It looks exactly like the Karak set, except the helmet has hair. Why does the helmet have hair? I don't know. It just stresses me out because you could, I mean, just go get the Karak set because it does the same thing. Here it is, Karak Type 2 Restorative Titan Armor set. Does the same thing. Then just get the shaders, guys. Just get the shaders. Why do you want hair on your helmet? Or at least just the helmet. Like, I can show you too. I have the helmet. Helmet's the same. Helmet's the same. It's just red and gold. This one's blue and gray. Just get the shader. Get the correct set. Nonetheless, this is the first option, or this is the first showcase of the Sovereign of the restorative sets. Despite the hair, does look like an awesome set, or excluding the hair, it does look like an awesome set. So go for it if you like it. Next set I'm going to be presenting to you is given to you by Lord Shax on the Traveler, or in the Tower, whatever you prefer. This is going to be the Phoenix Strife Type 0 or Type O set. It is a restorative Titan armor. Looks pretty good. You can put any shader that you want on this, and I think it would still look awesome. So I would say, especially if you like playing Crucible, I would say definitely go for this, because this is quite the set. You even got like fur coming out of your neck, like you just hunted wolves or something. And you know, speaking of wolves, that is an easy transition into the Iron Banner. Now this set's given to you by Lord Saladin of the Iron Banner. This is going to be called the Truage. This is going to be the Truage set. Truage. Iron Truage, I guess. I'm going to call it the Truage. I'm a history major. I'm not an English major. Don't judge me. Now, this set does look pretty cool. Again, I don't know why he has hair on him, but like on his helmet, but nonetheless, he's got wolves on his gauntlets, so that's pretty dope right there. That's pretty cool. This is a restorative Titan armor set. Looks not half bad. The shaders are not half bad either, just on what I got. I mean, I can't put shaders on this armor, but it'd be pretty cool if you could, eh? Eh? No? No? Okay, okay. Nonetheless, gonna get some cool faction gear from this. It is a restorative set. If you want to be cool, play the Iron Banner, then definitely go for the set.
Get someone to explain the big words to me.
And the last armor set that we have is going to be given to you by Asher Mir, the fragmented researcher on the planet Io. Now this is going to be the Jensen Night set, and on a Titan, it looks like you're wearing a teardrop. I'm not a fan of it personally, but it is a restorative set. It does look quite odd, so again, I would just go for the correct Type 2 set, or the retrograde TG2, or pretty much any of the other restorative sets. This is, in my opinion, the ugliest looking one. So, yeah, that'll conclude this episode of Best Armors in Destiny 2. I know this was just kind of a gloss over of everything, but I already did a breakdown of the stats and what they mean and how they affect your character. These stats here, mobility, resilience, and recovery, on what they mean and how they affect your character in my Hunter Armor in-depth video. I don't think I'll be doing an in-depth video for Titan unless it's requested, and when I do an in-depth video, you can bet that I am going to use all of the restorative armors. Now, unfortunately, in this episode, I was not able to get a preview of the Raid armor or the Trials of the Nine armor because I haven't played pretty much any Crucible with this character at all. I just recently got to level 20, and I definitely am not a high enough light level to go for the Raid at all. So, I do apologize about that, but there's nothing I can do at the moment except maybe make a later video on a different day if it's requested. I don't think it's that big of a deal that I only skipped the 2 armor sets, because the Raid armor is, you know, if I had to guess, is probably a mobility set, and the Trials of the Nine armor is probably a restorative set, if I'm basing that off of my my findings with the Hunter. Alright guys, with that all being said, I hope you guys learned something. I hope you guys found out something useful. I hope you guys know what kind of armor sets you want to farm now, because we all know that Destiny is great at making you farm stuff, eh? So, yeah, that'll conclude this video, and I will see you all next class.